does it mean to you coming into your final home game at Fresno State? I know you've only played a season here, but
Yep.
what emotions are you feeling going into your final games?
Yeah, it's definitely a surreal moment. I've been in college a while, and I've seen a lot of seniors go. Like, it gets pretty emotional on senior day. So I'm just looking forward to spending that time with my teammates here and having my family come out.
Because you've been through so many different parts of your journey and so many different stops, what's it like knowing that this is it for you? Like, you're coming up with the last few games of your career.
Yeah, I mean, I've always attacked every single day like it could be my last. So I'm really not stressing it. I've put everything I possibly could into this college experience, and I've poured into every single teammate that I've ever encountered, and I think that they would say the same. So it was definitely a lot longer than anticipated. When I was in high school, but I'm just thankful for it all.
And my last question: to have your last home game of your college career be against another program that you played for,
Yeah.
What kind of fire does that light under you coming into this game?
It's really just about us. I always love to play, a bunch of guys that I know really well. It's going to feel like practice at times probably, a little back and forth action. But, I have a lot of love for those guys over there. But, I really love these guys here, and I'm ready to go to war with my dogs here.
What's it like watching their film and seeing them running different schemes and getting ready for that?
Yeah, man, I think they use their personnel really well. My guy Bryson Barnes, he's been my teammate the last 3 years. So I have a ton of respect for him and the way he plays. So I'm just super excited just to play against him and, that style of offense in a game-like environment.
Coach Ince emphasized their quarterback run game, something you guys haven't seen a whole lot of since Kansas maybe. What was it like practicing against Bryson, and what does the defense need to do to prepare for that element?
Yeah. I would say, for our defense, we just have to do what we have to, what Coach B and all of our position coaches are teaching us to do throughout the week. We don't have to go above and beyond. We just have to talk to each other, get aligned correctly, and just play relentlessly.
In reference to your long college career, can you share with us what you've done academically?
I have my associate's degree from Reedley College, right down the road, and then I got my undergrad at Utah in criminology, and then I got my master's of sports administration at Utah State. So I've definitely done my fair share of education. I can't wait to delete Canvas soon.
Are you leaving here with anything else?
No, unfortunately, no. My mom keeps saying like, "Hey, maybe get a doctorate." No, thank you. No, thank you.
After football someday with all that?
No, I just want to coach ball, and I kind of want to be like Coach Bax. That's like exactly how I want to be. Just be, one of the older coaches, just coming in with juice every day.
What are you looking forward to about your last time in Valley Children's Stadium in front of the Red Wave?
Yeah, it's been super amazing coming in here. Coming down that ramp, right when kickoff's about to come, and being captain, you're out in front, so you really get that first glimpse. You see yourself on the Giants jumbotron in the back, like it's just unreal, and I'm definitely going to take those small moments in.
One more question. How did Fresno State make your senior year special?
I definitely think these coaches came in, and from the moment I told them I wanted to come here, they poured into me, and they really helped my development as a linebacker and as a man. And I feel like I've taken that instruction, and I've been able to help the younger guys that those freshmen that came in the summer, and I built some great connections with them, and I really want to see them play well once I move on from here. But I'm just super thankful that Coach Entz wanted me here, and I'm just so thankful that he's has stayed true to his word to this very moment.
And I mean, it sounds like he's helping you with more than just football, like with the rest of your life.
Yeah, he's definitely someone that I'm going to talk to on a consistent basis. He's always going to all of his former players from North Dakota State NFL games. He's always checking up on them. Like, it's not just a football relationship; it's a lifelong relationship.
Is NFL part of your goals?
Yeah, 100%. That time will come, but right now I'm just excited for this week.
Senior day, Ryan, or senior week.
Yeah.
Just describe the emotions of what this week's been like.
Bittersweet. Very happy for the journey I've been on, but also sad that it's going to come to an end on Saturday in Bulldog Stadium. But, I've enjoyed every moment, and it's just a blessing to be around this team and supporting all the seniors. It's just a great week. So it's just an honor.
I'm assuming you've had a chance to talk with the team. What was your message?
Yeah, just really letting the young guys know how important it is to just buy into the process. And, you're going to start off as a young guy, not really too sure where your place is, but if you buy into the process, good things are going to happen. Coming as a walk-on, I didn't know what I was going to do, but I sat in the meeting room, took notes, listened to the coaches, and good things are going to happen. And you buy in and have fun with your teammates, you're going to enjoy every moment.
What's the theme of your story as a Bulldog?
I'd say resiliency, just kind of coming from the unknown. Didn't know really too sure where I'd be at, and to be here, it's the biggest blessing on earth. I'm just very happy to be a part of this team, and I'd say just resiliency, showing up every day and coming to work.
Is there something that stands out? I know you guys get asked this a lot, and maybe it's still to come, right? Like the greatest memory as a Bulldog. But at this point, if somebody asks you, hey, just kind of encapsulate one thing that you're always going to remember, about being a Bulldog, what is it?
Yeah, well, for sure, getting my first interception versus Georgia Southern, that was definitely one for the books because I wasn't starting that game either, and to go in there, make a play like that, and turn the game around, it was unforgettable. And also getting my first start, that was one I'll never take lightly either.
Yeah.
I remember coming into that game just preparing my hardest, making sure I was ready to go for my teammates.
Obviously, this is still important football too, right?
Oh, for sure.
It's emotional, but it's like you guys got a lot to play for. Do you kind of sense that amongst your teammates, the importance of this last couple weeks?
For sure. Everyone's bought into the process right now. We're going round by round. So we're round 3 of this little final stretch, and we're planning on just going 1-0 every week right now. And whoever steps up to the plate, we're going to go out there and play them our hardest. We came into the season wanting to win the championship, and nothing's changed. So if anything, we just got more fuel to the fire right now. Everyone just wants to win.
Your defense as a whole is just playing at a really high level right now.
Yeah.
When you kind of look at it and you think about this defense collectively, how are you guys getting it done, and why is this, why are you playing at such a
everyone just wants to get better. Late at night, people are sending each other clips of film, and everyone's just communicating nonstop. So we're always trying to get each other better, whether that's me telling the corners what to do, corners giving me tips, whatever, talking to the linebackers. Everyone's just on the same page, and we're all really bought into the process. We really just want to go out there and win.
And finally, for me, Utah State, a little different dynamic maybe, with an athletic quarterback. I know Jadon Pearson's former teammate at Utah State and stuff, so there may be a little, some trash talking going on. But what do you guys have to do well to slow down this offense?
We just got to be ourselves. If we play Bulldog football, we can beat anyone in this conference. And I believe if we're all just communicating, running the ball, giving effort, we're going to come out victorious.
What are you looking forward to about your last time in Valley Children's Stadium?
Seeing my whole family on that field with me. I got a good amount of people coming out to the game, and to have them all there, it's going to mean the world to me. And running out of that stadium one last time is it's going to be awesome.
What do you credit Coach Bax for part of your career here?
Shoot, a lot. He's the one that got me here, and he just never gave up on me. I was a young kid, didn't really know too much about the system yet, and he always just made sure if I bought in, good things would happen, and never gave up on me, and I never gave up on him. So, yeah.
You're finishing your career off on a really high note. You're playing really well. When you came in as a freshman, did you see this, you starting on your senior night?
I always wanted it to happen, but obviously, when I was here, there was a bunch of good guys ahead of me, so I was kind of in the land of the unknown. But I knew once I kind of got some action last year, I could play with anyone, and I'm very happy how it's all fallen down. And no, I didn't really think I'd be starting, So to be in this position, it's the biggest blessing ever.
How would you describe what the fans will see from the defense on the field?
Say that one more time.
Just describe what the fans will see from the defense.
Oh, you're going to see 11 guys around the ball at all times. Everyone's fighting for one another. You're going to see physicalness. You're going to see people ripping off blocks and hitting people hard. So go out there and you're going to see a show.
We heard that you were going to be good this week. Savannah said we should talk to you because you're going to have a lot of passion this week. What's been your message as a senior?
I'm just trying to go out the right way. I've came in here and seen it done the right way, with Coach Tedford, Coach DeBoer, and a lot of great Bulldogs to come in and through here. And so, motivation, at least for me, my senior year is just, to go out the right way, how you're going to leave your legacy. And, that's just been getting me through the weeks.
What's it like when you address the whole team like that, right?
It's a little nervous, at first. Again, you're talking to a bunch of big crowd, but, you guys are my brothers. I work with them day in, day out, and, I feel like I've earned their respect. And You know, so it's pretty good to talk to them and know that they're listening to me. And, you know, when I'm talking to them, I'm trying to just help them and, you know, see them continue to succeed on and off the field.
Kind of a rarity in today's college football, right?
Yeah.
You know, staying at one school like for the entire time.
Yeah.
What's the theme of your story here at Fresno State?
I mean, just knowing it was all going to work out. I would say, you know, like you said, it's kind of rare for people to stay in 6 years at a school, but you know, Fresno changed my life. You know, it brought me here. I earned a college degree here. I was able to at least be able to close to home, but not too far. And so, you know, and I loved everything about it. You know, the valley and the way they ride around behind us and stuff like that, or the atmosphere. You know, being here has definitely become a second home. And so, you know, over the years, definitely it was hard. You know, with opportunities not coming and things like that. You know, but I just, like I said, I always knew it was going to work out. I just had to keep going.
What goes through your mind knowing all those coaching changes, all those different teams, and this will be your final run down the ramp?
I mean, it's bittersweet. Like I said, you know, I've seen a lot of people come and go in here, and I've been through a lot, seen a lot, you know, on and off the field, and I mean, it's just a surreal feeling. But I mean, you know, that it's what you work for. You know, this is life. You know, everything in life. If you want something, it's gonna be hard to work for, and so it's just amazing feeling. You know, just can't wait to come out here one last time with the guys this weekend and just get the win.
Playing a key role in this team on that offensive line, what does it mean to you to see all your hard work through all the years up to this pay off in a big role for you this year?
I mean, it's just a little bit emotional, you know, but bittersweet. You know, I'm just grateful. Like I said, a lot of tears, a lot of hard work going behind it and stuff like that, and just to be able to be a key part of this team, you know, have my teammates see me as a leader and see me as someone that they can rely on, like, I mean, that's anything you want as a man, you know, because as we get older, you know, for me as a man, I'm going to get relied on as my family and things like that. And to do it now early with a football team and my coaches to have their trust and respect, you know, it fuels me and makes me know that I have to go harder and, you know, continue to uphold the standard.
Where are you originally from?
I'm from Palm Springs, California.
All right, so you come to Fresno in 2021. What's changed the most from now to 2021?
All these stop signs. All these stop signs around the campus, man. Nah, I mean, I would just say the biggest thing that's changed, I mean, just in and out. I mean, the people here, you know, the new face and stuff like that. I feel like Fresno's been Fresno, you know, and it's going to stay Fresno long before I'm gone and way after and stuff like that. And so, I mean, the biggest thing was just, you know, people come and go and things like that. But, you know, the Bulldog way has always been the Bulldog way, and, you know, that's the standard.
What about the Bulldog way do you like enough to stay through all the head coaching changes?
I mean, you know, hard work, you know, you're not going to get nothing in life with hard work. And, you know, just going to stay down. And, you know, Coach Pat Hill has been a great job. You know, he's always around to practice, things like that, you know, but over the years talking with him and telling me, you know, he's worked with me and our conversations have, you know, just continued to motivate me and keep going and things like that. And, you know, I just come from a family of, you know, working hard. You know, nothing's going to be handed to you. And so it just, you know, that's what fuels me to keep going and stuff like that. I mean, this is my dream, you know, to be able to play football, you know, even if it's this year, my last year anymore, you know, this has been my dream, you know, to be able to play football, you know, and I'm just living it up. I'm just living it up.
One more question. Why do you think you'll be emotional on Saturday when you walk right down the ramp?
I mean, just like I said, everything that's been put into this, you know, a lot of blood, sweat, tears, you know, especially seeing my family out there, I think that might get me, you know, just to have all my family and friends down there and, you know, just to have them together and things like that. And definitely my grandfather would be on my mind. My grandfather raised me ever since I was 6 months years old with my grandmother. You know, that's like my mom and dad. And he passed away in 2023 for the heart failure. And so it's been a couple of years and, you know, every time I step on the field, you know, I pray to him, I think to him and things like that. And, you know, I know he got the best seat in the house. You know, but there's times definitely where I wish he was here to see it physically.
It's a long
6,
time.
7, yeah, it's a long time coming.
What do you think about this week?
I mean, first of all, I'll go and praise him, my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. Just how faithful he's been in this journey. There's been a lot of trials and tribulations, but a lot of growth as well. I feel like me, just as a man. I know you probably hear my voice even a little bit because I haven't really thought about it too much until like this week, and you know, so a lot of emotions for sure, but just a heart full of gratitude for sure.
Have you had a chance to address the team already?
Not yet, but you know, just speaking with just even some, I mean, the younger guys, just I feel like being one of the old heads on the team and all that. People ask me how I'm feeling and all that, so I definitely had a little bit of conversations, but.
1 second. I'm just gonna switch this up to when you do, if you do get an opportunity, I'm assuming you will, to talk and address the team, what will be your message?
Just to enjoy the entire process. I feel like earlier in my years, maybe I wasn't seeing the field as much. I kept, asking Lord, like trying to just get out of that moment, trying to just get to the next year because I wasn't playing as much. But I was missing a lot. I was missing a lot of moments, maybe that the Lord was trying to work on my character in those moments. I'm just trying to get to the next year because I'm trying to play. And then obviously, then I look back and it's been 6-7 years, and it's like, dang, I wish I would have enjoyed it a little more in prior years. So I definitely would say to enjoy the moment, for sure.
And I know you guys get asked this a lot, and you still have, I mean, maybe the best moment is still in front of you, right? But when you think back on 7 years, and like, is there something that stands out, that maybe a little above the rest about a Bulldog memory, about being in this program?
Yeah, I think, between me, just my first home game here was me running on the field as a student. Then obviously my last home game was as a player. But so I just think even when I scored that touchdown earlier this year, like that touchdown represented so much more for myself and for my family. I don't know. I think just all the day to day, like just enjoying being around the guys. There's a whole lot of moments that I've been here, but just the day to day, being around the guys and all that for sure.
It's kind of a crazy journey that you've been on to have an opportunity, to play meaningful snaps,
right.
this year and last year, and just how great was that? I mean, I'm sure when you're running on the field as a student, you're not even thinking about that, right?
Right. It was funny though. Like, when I was running on the field, I was like, this is gonna be me one day as a player. You know what I mean? But it was still always like, because I wasn't on the team yet, I was like, oh, but what if it doesn't happen?
Yeah.
But I don't know. I'm gonna just trust in the Lord and just seeing the whole plan and everything come to fruition. Like, I have no doubt that God has not been in the midst of all this. Like, it has absolutely been His divine intervention and His favor of why I've been able to be here this long. So.
And you guys are still playing meaningful games,
Absolutely.
which is awesome. What would it mean to you, not only to, get a win on senior day, but to, win a game like that and maybe go on to play for a Mountain West title?
Yeah, absolutely. That's been the goal for sure. And then, so we're just taking it one game at a time. I'm enjoying this game for what it is. I'm going to enjoy all the moments. I'm a part of it, and we're just trying to, control our part. Because every game is a championship game. So the more games that we could play, we're grateful.
Just want to ask you one question before I let Taylor go about just the offense in general, right? I mean,
Yeah.
You guys are winning games, and you're taking care of the football, but, obviously there's going to be some noise out there about just the lack of big plays and passing attack. In your opinion, how can this offense maybe, find a few more big plays maybe through the passing game?
Yeah, I think, that's been the identity for us for, since the new coach staff came in, that we're going to run the football. I think just even at times that we've had certain opportunities, but maybe we just didn't execute as well, and that's for numerous of things. So I think some of those plays have been there, but I think sometimes we just need to execute a little better on all fronts.
What are you going to miss most about home games in Valley Children's Stadium?
Oh, just the crowd, just everybody just being here. I grew up, down in Los Angeles, and there's a lot of different teams out there. You got UCLA, USC, the Rams, the Dodgers, but Fresno, like, this is the team. And so just seeing the community support and all that, everybody showing up. Me and EJ were joking about, like, his last schools. I was like, oh, how many fans did you guys have at your games? It was like, not that many. So just seeing everybody support each and every game, no matter what's going on, is just dope. So definitely the fans.
Can you speak to the togetherness of this team right now as a whole?
Yeah, it's just, it's honestly not surprising, but like you would think that with so many transfers and new coaching staff and new team that it would be, the chemistry would be off or anything. But I think just all the work in the offseason that we've done to kind of build that togetherness has absolutely played a part onto the field. Like just Cam Brocco was talking about this in our captain's meeting. The fact that there's so many new players, but yet we're so close as a team is just speaking to the testament of what we've done in the offseason. So it's been great for us.
Actually, one more thing, Jordan, real quick, just because obviously probably the biggest storyline with this team right now is that defense and the way they're dominating. You go up against them every day.
Yeah.
Talk to me about that defense and, what makes them special?
Yeah, I mean, me and Coach Benedetto was talking all from the offseason. Like, their defense is just all the different looks that they do. Like, you would think they're running one covers and then they're doing the next, and it makes it hard for us on our offense. You know, they're doing all these different looks, like, especially as offense. In spring ball, we're going against them every day. Fall camp, we're going against them every day. All my routes depend on what they're doing. And so the fact that they're making plays and, you know, there's been no surprise to us. So, you know, we need them just as much as they need us. So we're trying to play complementary football going each and every game.
How old are you now?
24.
24. Are you the oldest on the team? Or?
I'm actually not. JP is the oldest.
JP
yeah,
is
he's about to be 25
Oh,
in
okay.
December. Yeah, so I'm like the fourth oldest or something, but definitely one of the old heads.
Do the guys give you a hard time? You have
Oh,
any
absolutely.
nicknames?
Oh, Unk, OG, old head, the whole nine, like everything. So.
Take pride in that, though?
Oh yeah, I know. No problem with that. I'll be the old head for them. Yeah.